So I had to go on a tow today. A guy had a 21 model Cummins. He says he's traveling pretty far distance across the country to travel, and his fuel filter change warning light came on, and he needed to change them. And he said he thought they were plugging up before he even started this journey, but he didn't change them. Anyway, he got fuel and drove about 120 miles, and then he said it started running kind of rough. And before he put fuel in it, it was almost empty driving on the interstate. So he thought he sucked some stuff up and had bad fuel filters already. Whatever, no big deal. He got some filters for that Cummins from a dealer. It was like $90 for one filter and I don't know, 100 and some odd dollars for the other one. Ridiculous. And as I was raising up the bed on the rollback to let his truck off, I smelled gas. And I asked him, why do I smell gas? He goes, I got a generator in the bed and it's got a full tank. He goes, when you raised the truck up in the air, it probably came out the cap. So whatever that's probably what it is. I don't know, I just had this gut feeling that, that ain't it. I smell it under the truck. So I get the truck off. I told the guy where the service department is. It happened to be a dealership I used to work at in the past. So I walked in and talked to a buddy I haven't seen in a long time. And by the time I got back outside to him, he done had the fuel filter off himself and changed. I said, let me see that old fuel filter. So I looked at it. It smelled like gas. I said, man, you put gas in it. And I said, where'd you get gas at? He said it was a BP gas station. And I've been hearing this more and more and more. Not really in my area, but in other areas, there are lots of mom and pop gas stations or BPs where all the handles are black or all the handles are green. So you can't just grab a green fuel handle and fill up your diesel because it might be gas. You can't just expect a red handle to be gas and yellow or green or whatever to be diesel. It does not always work like that at every gas station. And the worst part about it is he drove it 110 miles before it shut down on him. And when you tell a customer that the tank needs flushed, it needs filled back with fresh diesel, it's going to take a couple days of work to do it. The CP4 pump is like $900. A fuel rail is like $400. You need a new, I don't know, you might need a new fuel pump in the tank. I feel much safer replacing the injectors. What's an injector on a 6.7 cost? $600 for one? I just did a Volkswagen a month ago, and they were $450 for one injector on a Volkswagen. I mean, Cummins are obviously going to be more. And when you tell them by the time you add labor and all the parts, I mean, they might spend 10 grand. They think you're joking. So I guess what I'm really trying to say is if you know nothing about diesels, or you don't need a diesel for any reason because you don't pull anything, buy a gas engine.